Hello everyone and welcome back to Talk Time Africa. As always, I'm Nikki and this is Jay.
Hi everyone, welcome back to the show.
How are you, Jay?
I am well, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How was your week?
It was a good week, a wet week. We had a lot of rain this week, but sometimes you look for things that somebody tells you that keeps it interesting. And the one thing I heard this week that makes me happy, which is true, is if you want to make friends, you have to be friendly.
That's true.
And I'm friendly.
Oh yeah.
I think I'm friendly.
Let's leave that for now. How many friends have you made this week?
Well, it takes a while to make friends.
Okay.
If I was looking for friends, then I'll be friendly. That's what it meant, right? I wasn't looking for friends this week.
So again, you're not taking that advice yet?
I am.
Okay.
When I'm supposed to use it, it will come into play at that time.
Okay. Moving on. My week was crazy. It was early release in the county where I live. We had 2 days this week where the kids got off school early,
Right.
and I had to go back and forth picking them up. And at the end of the week, I was doggone tired. You know, it's amazing when you have to get the kids together, make sure that they're all in one piece. I love the kids, but guess what? I hate driving now. I hate driving in that weather and trying to get them all together. So I hate driving officially. So let's just leave it at that.
We'll have to get you a driver.
Oh, that sounds good. That's where I was going. You knew. Oh, okay. Well, anyway, we're going to get on the road with the show today. But before I go on, I want to talk about our director, Austin. He's on a business trip to Ukraine,
That's right.
Nigeria, and Ghana. And we wanted to give a shout out to Austin out there. That's why we can do anything we want on the show.
I was about to say that I was going to report that you're not behaving.
I've been bad.
You've been bad.
Come
I've been good. I've been keeping her in order. I've got Mr. Wasi in check and Mr. TJ in check. I'm being good. You got to watch out for this one when you're not here, Mr. Austin Aboka.
I'll just leave everyone out there to judge. Okay? But we want to give a shout out to Austin. Hurry back. We love you.
We miss you.
Stay safe. Which brings me to the show today. We want to examine a topic that usually has people at each other's throats. We got a message from you guys that this is something you want to talk about. And so here we are talking about it. The topic simply is, are African women materialistic? We have a friend in the studio who we dared, and he took that challenge. So he's here to discuss this subject matter with us. And I wouldn't want to be him right now, but he's bold enough, so Taiwo, welcome to the show.
Hello.
Taiwo Lawrence is a musician. He teaches music to kids, and he's a dancer. Also, he has a show, which I'm going to let him talk about in a few minutes. But he's brave enough to be here.
Yes.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
All right. So, African women are materialistic? He laughs.
Yes, they are.
Oh, okay.
It's going to be a fun topic. We're definitely going to step on some toes. But we're going to try and keep it as real as we know how.
Yeah.
Because we're speaking from our perspective, from what we've seen, from growing up in Nigeria, and that's all we can talk about, is from what we've seen. It doesn't necessarily mean everybody is, some are, some aren't, but we'll tell you our views.
But Jay, I think before we go on, we should probably define materialistic.
Please do.
What it simply means, according to Merriam-Webster, is that someone who is consumed with material things. You always want to gather money or possession for yourself, and that's what's constantly on your mind, You want to gather material stuff, and that's what materialistic is. So going from that premise, we will go on to what Taiwo thinks about that.
Well, I think some of them are bred.
Okay.
From when they're kids, the parents have instilled in them that you can't marry that type of person, or you can't associate with that type of person. And a lot of them focus only on the material stuff. It's not about what's the content of who they're dealing with. I don't see anything wrong with liking good things.
Okay.
There's absolutely nothing wrong with that, especially if you work hard to make sure that you can service those things. There's nothing wrong with that. But where that's a criteria for you to even deal with certain people, it's you know.
I'm going to pick up on where he left off, because you did say there's nothing wrong with having good things. We all like good things. As an independent woman, if I can afford to buy good things for myself, and I'm not relying on anybody else to buy it for me, am I still considered materialistic?
No, you just like good things.
Okay, because I do want to define that.
But one of the things you just mentioned now that I'd like to hop on is the independent woman. The ideology behind that already, to me, has connotations, and I just feel like you're a woman. Why do we have to hear the independence?
Personally, I put independent because I don't rely on somebody to get it for me. I am not opposed to somebody buying me good things. I don't expect it. If they do, I will accept it. But I don't rely on it. I have a job, I work hard, and I buy good things for myself.
Yeah, but I still believe that if that be the case, then you're a woman who likes good things.
Oh, so we should take away that
because it's the moment we plug something in front of, it's almost like I'm trying to qualify, whereas the norm should be that you're a woman. Whether you're, I mean, what's the opposition to independent?
But do we assume that everyone is independent?
No, what I'm saying is that if you're not independent,
what are you?
What are you?
Not independent.
Enslaved? But you know, I mean, it just makes it seem like you're qualifying a situation that is outside the norm. Whereas the norm is that everybody is independent. Even if someone is married and they like good things and they work hard to get it, they're just women.
Okay, so going back to the Nigerian women that we believe are materialistic, going back to what you were saying, we're looking at, I believe we're all products of our environment.
Certainly.
So we grow up in a society, not everybody's on the same level. And in Nigeria, it's so obvious. Sometimes you have those that are high scale and those that are
not so
high scale, looking up to those that are high scale.
And the ones who pretend that they are high scale.
True, you have those that pretend. So now we have
the fake skills.
So we have young girls that grow up to be ladies, and because they want to obtain those good things, those quality things, they now look at married men or rich men. That's who they turn to
provide those things
for them. So is that where you were going with our Nigerian women?
Partly. There's a major part that a lot of us have forgotten. When I was younger growing up, a lot of, and that wasn't too long ago, a lot of the people that I grew up with, honestly, the men had, like my friends' fathers, a lot of them had the position, but they didn't have the money. Because a lot of them were employed by the government. And civil service it's not like today. You were just making enough. But the wives were the traders. They're the ones who traveled and came back from England with things to sell. They were the ones who had the shops. They were the ones who, but they were biblical wives in the sense that they never said, I'm the one bringing all the man had the public position, judge, whatever. But the wife was the one who really brought in the bread. So the change in this whole material stuff to me is like, where's that coming from? Because even back then, people used to look down upon the girls who chased after married men or chased after men just simply because they were wealthy.
At this point, we're going to pause to take a break. And when we come back, we're going to take a few calls from a few friends who have decided to comment on our topic for today. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.